Hi and welcome back to Understanding Depression. Today's episode has a message that's simple but powerful. You don't need to fix them, just be there. So often when someone we love is struggling, especially with something we don't fully understand like depression, our instinct is to jump in, offer advice, or try to solve it. We want to make them feel better. That comes from love, from care. But what if I told you, your presence is more powerful than any advice? You don't need to have all the answers, you just need to be there. In this powerful episode of Understanding Depression, we dive deep into how presence, empathy, and listening matter more than giving advice. Learn what not to say, how to be a safe space for your loved ones, and why your quiet support is more healing than you realize. If someone you love is struggling with mental health, this episode is for you. What you'll learn in this episode: why fixing doesn't help people with depression, what depression feels like from the inside, powerful things to say that truly support someone, how to be present without feeling helpless, how to care for yourself while supporting others. In this heartfelt episode of Understanding Depression, we explore the deep truth that sometimes the best thing you can do for someone struggling with depression isn't offering advice or solutions. It's simply being there. Discover why presence matters more than perfection, how to support someone without trying to fix them, and the quiet power of empathy in mental health. This episode is for anyone who's ever felt helpless watching someone they love suffer, and for those who just want to understand how to support better, love better, and be better. Let's talk about that. Have you ever sat across from someone you care about and watched them break down? Maybe their words didn't make sense. Maybe they couldn't explain what they were feeling. And maybe you felt helpless. You wanted to say something that would fix it. You searched for the right words. You offered solutions. Have you tried exercising? Maybe you need more sleep. Think positive. But none of it landed the way you hoped. That's because emotional pain isn't something you fix with tips. Depression isn't a problem to solve. It's a weight to carry. And often people aren't looking for solutions. They're looking for safety. Presence. Someone who won't run away when things get dark. Why do we try to fix things? It's human. It makes us feel useful. When someone cries, we hand them a tissue. When someone's hurt, we offer advice. But there's another reason: discomfort. Seeing someone in emotional pain makes us uncomfortable. It triggers our own fear, our own helplessness. And we try to manage that discomfort by reaching for something to say, something to do. That instinct isn't bad, but it's not always what's needed. Sometimes the bravest, kindest thing you can do is to sit in the silence with them. We underestimate what presence means. Being present means not interrupting, not changing the subject, not trying to make it better. It means sitting next to someone on the floor when they can't get up, holding their hand when the words don't come, saying, "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere." That is powerful. In a world that rushes to fix, the person who listens without judgment is a lifeline. Let's take a moment to imagine what depression feels like for someone going through it. It's like being stuck underwater. You can see the surface, you know the air is up there, but you can't swim. Your body feels heavy. Every word someone says sounds muffled. And then someone leans over and says, "Just swim up." That's what advice often feels like when you're depressed. What you need isn't someone yelling instructions from the shore. You need someone who will dive in, not to rescue you, but to hold your hand until you can float again. So what can you say to someone who's struggling? Here are some examples. "I'm so sorry you're feeling this way. I'm here with you. You don't have to go through this alone. I don't have the answers, but I care about you deeply. It's okay not to be okay. I'll stay here with you." These words don't promise a solution, but they promise companionship. And that's what helps people keep going. Being a safe space doesn't mean having perfect responses. It means being non-judgmental, respecting someone's pace, being okay with not understanding everything. It also means not minimizing their pain. Avoid saying things like, "It could be worse. At least you have. You just need to snap out of it." Instead, validate their experience. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, pain is real when it's felt. Sometimes people think they need to be strong, for their loved ones. But strength doesn't mean fixing. Strength is vulnerability. It's being able to say, I don't know what to say, but I won't leave. It's showing up again and again, even when the road is hard. You don't need to carry someone's pain for them, but you can walk beside them while they carry it. If you've ever thought, I'm not helping, they're still sad, please hear this. Your presence is helping more than you know. You're giving them something they may not have had in a long time. A space where they are seen, heard, and not judged. You're planting seeds of trust and hope. You're showing them that they matter. That's not nothing. That's everything. Supporting someone with depression can be emotionally exhausting. It's okay to have your own feelings. It's okay to step back when you need to recharge. You can't pour from an empty cup. So make sure you have your own support system. Talk to someone. Take breaks. Be honest with yourself. You're not responsible for healing them, but you are responsible for your own well-being. Never underestimate the power of simple things. Sending a check-in text. Sitting quietly with them. Bringing them food without asking. Saying, I'm thinking of you. These small actions tell someone, you matter to me. And in the darkest times, that reminder can be life-saving. Sometimes we unknowingly put pressure on ourselves to save someone. But here's the truth. You are not their therapist. You are not their healer. You are their friend, their partner, their sibling, their parent. That's enough. Your job isn't to fix, it's to walk beside them, to offer love without condition, to remind them day after day, you are not alone. So let's come back to our title. You don't need to fix them, just be there. In a world obsessed with answers, be someone who offers presence instead. Your calm, your love, your quiet company. That may not feel like much to you, but to someone struggling, it can be everything. Thank you for being here, for listening with your heart, and for showing up in a world that deeply needs more empathy. Disclaimer. The content shared in this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you or someone you know is experiencing depression or any other mental health issues, please consult a licensed mental health professional. Always seek the advice of your physician or qualified mental health provider with any questions you may have regarding your mental health. If this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who needs it. And if you are the one struggling right now, you are not a burden. You are not alone. You are worthy of support. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, or uncertain about your mental health, maybe, just maybe, pick up a pen. Start with a sentence. Let it lead you to the next. One line at a time, you're building a bridge back to yourself. Thank you for being here and listening mindfully. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need it. Your support helps more people find these important conversations. Take care of yourself. And remember, you don't have to fix anyone. Just be there.